Hello everyone, and welcome back to Darkstorm Does Minecraft. There is no quarry. Quarry's gone. The quarry's done. Well, this is my series where I explore the Direwolf20 mod pack from the FTB launcher. And I've done a lot of work in between these two episodes. The last episode and this. The quarry dug its way all the way to the bottom and is now finished, and there's a travel anchor. This is an Ender IO thingy, and oh, what's this? This says home. This says farms. Home. Can I click it? Right click it? Whoops. No, that's that one. Oh, I know. Jump. Farms. I used a lot of time to wall off the ceiling so there would be no water here, and emptied the sludge, and making these travel anchors, which required ender eyes, ender pearls, and I've been hunting endermen like a fanatic. And I was thinking of putting all farms down here if I want things to be automated, since, well, there's plenty of space. I could have put it all the way down to bedrock, but I really don't want to go down there because then you can't see that far. You can already see there's a bit of a grayish blur there, which sort of disappears. But the travel anchors are nice. They do have a limited range though, so I actually don't think it's that short a distance. Well, I have also seen that the comments there was something about what the special bee does, so I've been working a lot on bees, more industrial apiaries, and actually found the leperine. It makes silky combs and eggs. That's it. Yeah, there is no further mutation for this. No further mutation whatsoever. It just produces silky combs and eggs. That's it. I don't mind really, because silky combs are useful for getting the silky propolis, which you can then centrifuge down to get the silky wisp. And the silky wisp is if I want to start breeding the trees, and it's also needed for this woven silk if I want to make the apiarist outfit, which is needed with tropicals and such that give you poison and bad effects. Or if I want to, make the backpacks from forestry and upgrade them. That requires lots of woven silk. Other than that, it's just, well, eggs. I can probably use that for something. I have tried to just make a bit of manipulation with the bees, so I have made some more machines. Mostly this genetic sampler, which can take a drone and just randomly take one of its traits out. The imprinter that can add to the templates that I make to the bees, so that, for example, this Rocky now actually produces 2 drones instead of just 1 every time it's done. Meaning that I steadily get more and more drones, because Rocky drones are useful. They have, both cave dwelling aspect, day-night cycle, they can run both. They can go when it's raining, and what's the last one? I can't remember the last one right now. Oh, well, they're really useful. So I sort of want to put that on all the bees, because now that it's becoming nighttime, most of these bees stop working. It's not daytime, so they don't work. There are leperines over here. They do work, because they ignore that entirely, so they don't give a damn. And I have also made this to copy the genes in case I needed those. And I've just been working steadily towards getting better. I'm not really sure which one I should work towards right now, because there's been so much else, but now I at least have the thingies. I also put this apiary here, and I researched in Thaumcraft up in the Magic Bees section the necrotic frame, which helps to kill them off faster. Here are all the bees I've gotten, all the honey, and some of the genes. Mostly I've focused on these species ones, and then in this template I want to add fertility 4. You can see it's the grey one. It's currently 2 because I added it to the Rockies, and it ignores day and night. I want this to become the best thingies. I want it to be a tolerant flyer, true. I want the effects preferably none, but there are some that are actually good, so I'm not going to change that. But I want the cave dwelling to be true as well, and there is the tolerant flower. There's only those 3 apparently that I needed. Oh well. Just so that it can actually, well, work all the time. And if I have it with the fertility 4, I can get even more drones because they're useful for DNA later on. I will just fast show you. Here, Omonomicon. Apimancy. I researched a bit here. I needed the magic frames, which were needed for all these funny things that can be made. The essence of a shallow grave is used in the necrotic frame, as you can see here. And all these are kind of nice. I just wish that it would be more useful. I also found the research for banners, so now I can actually make those when I start getting into that. But today we were going to work on automation, or rather the applied energistics part, to just get a bit more use out of stuff. So I've already prepared a few things, so why don't I just get down to it straight away. We were going to need an inscriber. I'm actually gonna make a few of those because they're needed. I think they require power, if I'm not mistaken. I dug out a little bit here so they could get power if they need it. I should put these. The inscriber is quite interesting because it takes these presses and then imprints it onto the necessary well, material. And in this case we actually needed some silicon, and I've gotten loads because you can get silicon from pulverizing sand, so that's nice. And I'm gonna need a lot of that at one point. So yank. Ah, it only goes one at a time. That's horrible. Yep, it only goes in one at a time. Well, at least these stack. And these stack, but I'm gonna have to find some way of getting a decent supply of this because I'm gonna need more. I'm also going to need the... There's one that I can't make right now. It's the engineering ones. No, it's not the engineering, it's the calculation ones, because they require these pure Certus quartz crystals. And pure Certus quartz crystals requires these Certus quartz seeds that you put in water. And those take ages. I actually made a bunch here before I started recording, just so I could put them in, and I was just going to show you. I also made some for the nether quartz. Here they are. And they are 2% done over the last, what is it, 10 minutes or so. So I'm not going to be able to do that for a while. That's going to take a while. You can add some crystal growth accelerators to speed them up, but that's practically it. Now I am gonna want... Oh wait, I can't... I wonder... I'm just gonna borrow this hopper here, just to see if I can actually just put this on. I haven't tested that. You're supposed to be able to pump into them, but I don't know if the hopper actually works. Think. Oh no, it's... it actually cares which side you pump into. So I have to put it to the side to get it to the middle one. Yes, and the bottom one, that's only for some of the later ones. Let's see, does it work? It works! Brilliant! The next ones are the logic presses, if I'm not mistaken. They're the ones using gold. And I have a bit of gold here. Let's just say 16. It's the same deal with that. Brilliant. So I'm gonna need... well, to start pumping lots of stuff in. I'm also gonna add the engineering presses because, hey, diamonds! And then there is the last step, which I believe is just... Yes, you use an inscriber to actually put them together with redstone, one of the printed silicon and one of the circuits, to make the... well, processors. That's the wrong one. So that's why I'm going to need tons more silicon than I'm going to need anything else. Now, I'll just go and snag the 2 hoppers over here, because we don't need those right now, since the quarry is not running. Now I was also thinking of just having all the auto processing and such down here. Just make maybe a new room here to the side, so that there won't be any. Oops. Goes in there. Those go in there. So just so that there won't be any, problems, or it won't be so crowded up there. And especially when I start making a lot more machinery and such, it would be nice with a place to put them. And auto crafting, especially, it's gonna take up some space. So I'll just, in between the episodes, probably dig out a room underneath here where I can put the auto processing and get ready for the auto creation of, well, loads of stuff. Now, the first thing we're going to need here, we need an energy acceptor, because we need to be able to power this system. So that requires quartz glass, which is glass, and quartz dust. Oops. Brilliant. Just gonna do that, and where'd you go? Quantum ring. Controller. Oh. This is for when you really need to set stuff up, but that requires... What's an engineering? That's not so bad. I'll probably need that, but first, energy acceptor. We'll make 16 of these. Luckily, Certus quartz isn't that difficult to get, but it still is a bother. Need one of these, just so I can power stuff. And I'm going to... The hell is this? The tile applied energistics to .blockpaint.name. I have no idea what that does. Now the inscribers require more sticky pistons, so I am gonna have to make 2 more, and then set up the entire system for having to work. But I need some. At least these. Yeah, it's actually nice that these seeds don't despawn when you put them in the water and such. So normally they would disappear after 5 minutes, but since they take more than 5 minutes, that would be a little bit. Now we need some cable, and that of course requires these. That is just not enough. Oh, thank God these make a bit more. Each applied energistics, or AES, you just usually call it, has become a bit more complicated. Would probably be the correct word to use. Since I started using it. What's this? Terminals. Now, before you could just run everything with cables. Now cables actually have a limit to how much data they can transfer. So ordinary, it's just, I think it's 8 channels, and then there's a smart cable, which just shows you the 8 channels. Then there is the dense cable, which is 32 channels, and I think that's practically it. So in one line you can't get more than 32 if you're using the dense. You can have branches off that use less, but unless they can actually all fit on the last end, the system won't work. I'll probably be able to show you that because my wiring is usually horrible. I'm just gonna go down here, pick this up. I'll also pick this one up, and then I'm gonna say, hi, you look like useful. So I'm just gonna run this here and this here. The energy acceptor. If I do that, that should connect. I'm just gonna take this out from the last one here. I'm pretty sure that these don't have any uses other than... Oh, it's not done yet. No, they only have uses in the inscriber, so... Yay! So I'm gonna need to put these in. Seriously? Oh, this is gonna be dull. You know what? This is just mean. I had no idea it had become this difficult to actually manage. Oh, that is just evil. Oh well. And in the meantime, I can tell you a bit more about what I'm going to use AE for. There is the storage opportunities, because applied energistics allows you to store things as, well, energy, and you can use that with the drives. There is the ME chest here, which also applies a drive, or you put a drive in it and then it can store enough. But this entire one just takes up the same space and allows you to put up to 8 drives in. It doesn't allow you to directly see the content like the chest do. The chest does. It does. But at least it allows you to store more in less space. To see what's actually in the system, you need one of the terminals. If I can just find that again. Here, there's a crafting terminal which is made with the just ordinary ME terminals. They plug in and then you can see all the items that are actually in the systems, and the things that you have the possibility to auto create, auto craft. The auto crafting system has also gone from quite, well, not, it wasn't simple in the beginning, but it has become a bit more troublesome. But we'll get to that part. Right now I just want to be able to store preferably an obscene amount of stuff. I'm going to need formation cores, that's logic processors, and annihilation cores, which is quartz, flux dust. Do I actually have flux dust? I probably get that from these, don't I? I guess this ME conduit. That's a bit weird. Yeah, I can just use that. But either way, for now it's storage, and the quarry was, if you remember when it was hooked up, it just auto pumped into chests. I am going to use these terminals instead, or interfaces. Oops, let's do that. Because they act not like a chest, but as sort of an input phase or an output phase of the system. So you can directly input into an interface and it'll go directly into the system. You can also make the import and export buses that you can put on the wires, and if you hook that up, an import bus up, it'll take from whatever inventory it's connected to into the ME system, and you can export it from the system using export buses to an adjacent inventory, the connected inventory. However, each one of those requires a channel. So if I just use an interface just to, well, have everything dumped into, it'll be, one, faster because it does not depend on the speed of the import bus, and two, just easier to visualize instead of looking at a chest and see the item slowly disappearing from there into the system. So it grants me direct and fast access to everything that I make, practically whenever it's dug up. I have also gathered, I think, enough ender pearls to try and make the tesseract. That's it, which is, well, quite convenient considering that I actually need to move the quarry now. So it might be necessary for me to I'll just do that. Engineering, yep. To try and do that. Now, it is quite a long process to make it, so I was just thinking of, well, I'll be making that when it is. I need a bright illuminated panel. I'll just be making the tesseract probably off. Both requires fluid dust, right? Both require fluid dust. Brilliant. Off camera, because, well, there's no real reason for you to see me waiting for everything to be made. That's just silly. Especially because I have to gather a lot of weird ingredients as well. Relation. I don't have it. Oh, right. I'm actually running low on nether quartz, which is also why I made the nether quartz. What is it? Seeds. That's it. The nether quartz seeds, because then I can. Oh, I can't get this, can I? No, I can't get that, which allows me to autocraft things, but I can at least get the stuff that I need there. Actually, the crafting terminal acts like a crafting grid when connected to the inventories as well. Can I? I can make one of these. Perfect. Now the question is, can I make any of the drives? The storage cell, that does not. This calculation. Darn it! Well, I can make the 1K ME. I'm just gonna do this first. And then I can show you the system. Aha! Oh, better than chests. Yes, I do believe they are better than chests. That's... well, it is my personal opinion, and therefore it's probably biased. But I enjoy it. If I do this, I should be able to take the terminal here and plonk it on there. As you can see, there's nothing in it right now. Oops. And it's also empty here. But if I dump like these in here, it actually has stuff in it. 32 out of 1024 bytes used, 3 out of 63 types used. Now, there is of course a limit, and the better storage cells, the more bytes you can store, but it's always only 63 types. Meaning if you want to store a lot of one specific thing, you can do that, but if you want to store a lot of different things, it'll fast fill up. This is nice. Can I set... don't auto search, standard search please, because then it doesn't... whenever I press E, it doesn't start writing that. This is actually just now the central hub. There is... oops. From here I can hopefully upgrade this to crafting terminal, and I will be hooking it up to all the systems, or all the barrels and all such things around here. I'll move this, obviously, in between the episodes. I will relocate it to a room over there, just simply because that the power lines are running here, the like stable power lines, and I prefer to use those instead of just the one that's run off here. And it'll also give me more room to make things. I still have no idea what to use this little room for. It just seems like a fun little basement. Oh yes, instead of torches I now have the arcane lamp. I don't know if I told you that. The arcane lamp is really useful because it lights up the area, and if there is a dark spot within 16 blocks, I think. You can see it here. I have one underneath the travel anchor. You can see that it lights up here in the patches around. If there's a dark area within 60 blocks, it'll create a new light source. So it'll actually light up quite a bit. This entire house is lit up by it. So I thought that was really useful. I made extras, as you can see here. They aren't actually that difficult to make. I can't show you how they're made, can I? No, I don't need a thumbnail to come to that. Here. It's not that bad. The only problem I had was making the nitro. This also requires quartz, but I have plenty of the rest. As you can see, I have quite a lot of amber. It only takes 4 of them. Now, if I can get the... oh, here, I made more glass, because that was needed. Nitro actually comes as a secondary output from sandstone, so I guess that's nice. But if I can get the ME setup to work as I want it, I will be able to not only have substitute the chest up there with an interface so that whenever they are done making something, it'll just be directly output into the interface, but I'll also be able to hook storage buses up to the chests. Oh no, sorry, barrels, and thereby giving me access directly to everything. I'm just gonna sleep because I want the bees to be able to run. I've used 5 hours on making and fixing all those all the bees. Chat says something weird. Oh, it's just that I had an achievement. I thought it said I was a cheater or something. That would be weird. Oh, as you can see, I have 10 ender pearls. I only need 8 to make the tesseracts. Right? Yes. Oh no! I just realized I need 8 per tesseract. Oh, here I was going to show you what I was going to do, but apparently I can't even do that. So instead, let's go and check up on the quartz. Please be done. Nope, there's still that. I'm just going to see what was it. Let's see. Where are they? There. Pure. Drop another quartz seed. Oh. Crystal growth accelerators, but these are used for what? I think they're just used as a substitute for any sort of nether quartz. So I guess that's something. But I need crystal growth accelerators. What does it take to make these? They're actually not that bad. And I think I can actually add 4 of them, so maybe I should just make a small setup downstairs. Just fast. I'll just do that. They moved. Because getting all this is, well, rough. And you should also be able to see then the repercussions of actually having to... No, that actually shouldn't overload. At least it hopefully won't overload the system. 4, 5, 6. No, it shouldn't. Crystal growth accelerators. Need some of these. I can make... I'll just start with 2 then. Because I don't want to use too many of my resources right now. Admittedly, these flux crystals aren't that bad. What the heck? Flux crystals, because you just have to throw in a charged Certus quartz and nether quartz and some redstone dust. And it's really, really short. But the problem here is the fact that I'm running out of nether quartz. And the charged Certus quartz, you need to charge these in a specific station to do that. Now, if I do this, and this, and this, and this, I should be able to plonk this here, connect there, connect there, connect there. And they should be able to run device online, device offline. Oh, it really? You can't connect like that anymore? Well, I couldn't connect like that anymore. This is going to be a bit of a power drain because device online, device offline. And, apparently it doesn't seem. Has to connect to from the top. Well, that's weird. Oh well. I didn't know about that. I thought I could connect them a bit more easily. Now we're going to go and get these. How long have they've gone to? 6% in all this time, and it's been... Holy crap, it's actually been 20 minutes already. Or so. Oh, no CG. Now if I dump these in here, please tell me it's actually going to be faster. A lot faster, hopefully. Right? There seems to be jumping, so I'm guessing that's good. Right? Yep, that's definitely faster. In all the time I've just looked at them there, they literally got as much as all this time I've been recording. That is sad. For some weird reason. All I need is some way of getting them automatically dumped in there and automatically taken back if I can do that. Until then, I guess I'll just have to make do. But as soon as I can do that, I can make more. Nah, I can't really do that. Right now, I'm gonna make some more of the inscribers so we can start auto inputting and outputting. That needs 2 sticky pistons each, so that's 12 here. I'll just grab a stack here because, oh yes, I also nearly ran I used most of the cobblestone to make that top to keep out the water. That was a very, very odd thing. I was actually thinking of making a cobblestone generator because there are some things you actually need a ton of cobblestone for. I'm gonna need 6 iron. I have 6 iron, so never mind. 4? Oh yeah, I only want to make 2 more. I'm just like really bad at cutting stuff. Now I could use my slime balls for this to make them sticky piston, but oops, hold on. Luckily I can use raw rubber instead, and that in fact has the exact same effect. Sticky pistons. Let's see, inscriber. Drink, drink. 2 inscribers. And we're going down and we're putting these here. That means this one is still there. This one is going to be the calculation press. These are doing great because they're growing. And this will be making everything. Now the difficulty is, how am I actually going to set that up? Now I'm pretty sure that side only inputs to side. So even if I went in and said that one, yes, it'll output to there. So I actually need to be able to get to the top and the bottom and the side of this last one, and I need to be able to draw out the sides of these ones. So instead of having that one there, I need to input and output. I'm going to probably use Ender IO for that, because Ender IO's conduit, they can actually take up the same block space. So if I use these low tier ones and an item conduit, I should be able to more easily get the things out that I need, or I'll see if I can find some useful and easy and not too troublesome way of getting to this. Could I, because I really want to automate all of it so that I can start making stuff. I'll dump this in here because I don't need that. I don't need that right now. I might need these. Pardon? But yeah, I am going to see if I can actually, because I want to ensure that I've actually made the correct statement when I said yes, I need 4 Enderium, and 4 Enderium requires, pretty sure, Enderium blend requires a bucket, so 4 Enderium blends requires 4 Ender Pearls. That's for a Tesseract, and to get it useful I need to fill it up with 4 more. So yeah, I need more Ender Pearls. And the worst part is that these Ender Lily Seeds take so long. So I'm going to be hunting Enderman again. Well, I'll just stop here for now then. Between this episode and next, I will be hunting for a lot more Enderman. I will dig out a room underneath here. That'll actually be underneath the B area. Well, hopefully that won't take up too much space. Or major troubles. That'll actually probably be a good thing. And I will make a lot more. Oh, are they done? Are they done? Yes! Yes, they're done. That means that I can actually make some good stuff now. I will just show you fast. I need that. I want to make the 4K ME drives. storage cells, but they require one calculation process each. Let's see. Other than that, I can make the energy cells. Oh yes, these cards can actually be used to define specific abilities like speed and sorting, blacklist, and all such things. They're really useful. The crafting units are needed for auto crafting, and I don't think this is needed if I want to start working with the P2P network, which I will have to. Yes, and I can make. That's it. That was the one I wanted. I wanted the crafting terminal just so I can show you how much. Oh, not easier it's going to be, but how much more I'm going to enjoy it. Because instead of having to go through all of these chests every single time that I want to do something, can I? Oh wait, I actually think that it's better if I use the crescent hammer. Pretty sure that works on it? Yes, it does. Because instead of going through the chests every single time I want to make something, I can just... Oh, I forgot it. I can have direct access to the... We're going to need that. Do that first. Need that, and that, and that. And this. I can just grab it straight from the entire inventory in that. So if I have all these chests gathered in one place, I wouldn't have to run up and down like this. I would just be able to... Whoops. That's not the one I want. I want this one. Crafting terminal. A much bigger table. Yes. It has just like the system has access to all the items in the inventory, so with this, so if I dumped all of this into the inventory, I would be able to use all of it to craft if I needed anything. So if I wanted to make that one, I could just, and draw it directly out of here. Now I don't want to do that, so I'll just send it back in. So I will work on getting a bigger room for AE underneath the bees. AE underneath the... Yes. Soon we're going to start worrying about power, most likely, so I'll be thinking a bit of that. But I'm going to hunt Enderman, and I'm going to make stuff with AE so that it can work properly and hopefully automate this part, if I can figure out a decent way to do it. And when I see you guys next time, I will hopefully have enough ender pearls to make the test racks, and then I can show you the way the quarry is going to work when it's just dumping stuff straight into the AE system so that it's immediately ready for crafting. Also, if you have any ideas exactly which sort of bees you want me to see, I'm just going to generally aim for the metal bees. That'll actually start producing stuff for me. Just leave a comment down below about it. Other than that, I'm Darkstorm of the DPS Gamers. I hope you enjoyed watching my little playthrough here. And if you do, please leave a like on the video. Leave a comment down below if you have any opinions you wish to state about it. And check out the rest of the channel. Pentdragon and Shuichi are also playing different games, and they are actually quite entertaining to watch. So if you enjoy watching that, or just on them, just subscribe to the channel as well. Tell your friends about us, have fun, and thank you for watching. So, goodbye.
I will try.
Hello, Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project.
We are currently observing an idiot behind the keyboard. Thank you for your patience.
Seriously, did I miss that? Oh lordy! I'm so stupid.